Hey guys, how you doing? I'm just looking at my friends, John Farnham and his wife Jill. Jill was a friend of mine. I'll never forget it. Yeah, beautiful couple, and the way they looked at each other, the way she looked at him and he looked at her. I've never forgotten that. There was a place called Ambo, which were an agency that John and I were with. We were the two big artists there at the time, and they had lots of, like, many of the greatest bands and singers and things that you would probably remember if I went through their names. But yeah, we were the two guys that were, there doing really well, thank God, at the time. And so we're always mucking around together, John and I, and doing lots of shows and things, lots of shows and stuff together. And I'd become great friends with the new receptionist that was there at the agency, which was Jillian. And we'd been getting on fantastic for ages. She was like a slightly older sister, I guess you'd say, a couple of years older or something than me. And she was such a lovely, lovely lady. Yeah, really lovely girl. And then I remember the day when she began working for us there at AMBO, which was the Australian Management and Booking Organisation. And it was in Melbourne, in the city. But anyway, so that was the name of the agency. It was the big agency of the time, of that era. But I remember the day that John came in and he kind of looked over at her, and straight away he just lit up, and so did she. And the rest was history. But the story is just wonderful. I mean, I'm not saying that I've been in touch with them ever since. I haven't. We'll meet up at the odd show business party or function here and there throughout the years. Haven't seen them for a while now though. But they're always like such beautiful people, such a great couple. First to run over, as soon as they see me, I might not have seen them and they'll run straight over. Jimmy, and Jillian gives me a hug, and John will say, hey mate, and whatever, we get on really well. But it's been beautiful to see them, to be there at the beginning when they first met, and then to kind of, see that they've gone on through the years to have such a great union. But I'm just reading the story here. John Farnham and his wife Jillian. This is on Facebook, Old Photo Archive. And it says, John Farnham and his wife Jillian have long been regarded as one of Australia's most enduring and admired couples. The pair first met in the early 70s. Like I said, I was right there. When Farnham was already building a reputation as a gifted young performer with a powerful voice. They married in 1973. Yeah, I'd taken off to America and touring the world and doing all the stuff that I was doing at that point. And I heard they'd gotten married, which was cool. And they began a partnership that would quietly anchor his remarkable journey through the highs and lows of the music industry. From the beginning, Jillian offered steady encouragement and practical support, helping him manage the pressures that came with sudden fame. Friends and colleagues have often noted that her calm and grounded nature provided essential balance. And it goes on and on and on with some really cool stuff. Yeah, and she is like that. She was always like that. That doesn't shock me that, some couples come together and they just gel, don't they? They bring out the best in each other, and that's what John and Jillian do. Yeah, great couple. Anyway, thought I'd kind of, give them my best. It's sad that John hasn't been all that well the last few years but terrific to hear that things seem to have picked up lately, and he seems to be, going from strength to strength. And let's just hope that keeps happening for them. Great couple, really beautiful.